move her?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay, cool. And then move her winter, which is autumn. And then coming up next in the main room, we have, happy to say, Jean Landeau. And I met him on Clubhouse, and he helped me moderate my rooms because I do a room every week on Clubhouse on Wednesdays. And look where we are now. So like, I'll let him tell his little story. Let me just give you guys a little update right now in room number 1. It's an open forum. Any of the readers that are here and that wanted could jump on stage are jumping into room number 1 and just doing some free readings, like a full on playroom. And then at 9 o'clock, we're going to come back out here in about 25 minutes and we're going to open up to a panel. So Gene, I met him on Clubhouse. He's like retired, an engineer, like semi-retired engineer, and he loves poetry and photography. He uses his cards to do readings, like the real card deck, and he's also very intuitive. He has a really great history of traveling the countries based on his military history and his civilian life. And he's stepping into his power. And we're excited to have him share a little bit of anything he has to offer, whether his wisdom, his art, his poetry, his healings, his readings. So take it to the stage, Gene. Welcome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Actually, there's going to be a little change. I'm going to do something I haven't done before in public. Okay. I actually felt the need to ask somebody for a brief reading earlier. It was Royden, and I had been struggling with I put the cards away for probably 15 years because I stopped using them because I feel I didn't need them. And I was doing intuitive readings when I talked to people. And now that I picked them back up, I had a lot of good readings for some people, but something just felt a little off. It wasn't working as well as it could have. So what I did is when I talked to Royden, or he was in the room, so I think some people here may have actually been in the room. He says, stop using your crutch. And that's what they were turning into, because I spent so much time looking at the cards that I wasn't talking or listening to the person that I was doing the reading for. And that's how my intuition works. That's how I reach out and I can feel their energy. I can talk to them. To give you a little bit of history, I have traveled over the world a little bit, not just with the military, but as a civilian. I have spent much time, 2 years, in fact, almost 2.5 in Australia. I've been to Singapore, Vanuatu, a bunch of other places. Only a couple times to Europe, though. I found that rather odd, but I do plan on going back. I am a photographer. As you can see, let's see how to do it. That is the photo of the eclipse behind me. I do poetry. I found out recently that some of the poetry I do is actually a reading. When I'm talking to people, I end up feeling something and then I have to write. When I write, I can't go to bed until I've finished whatever I'm writing. It comes and it keeps coming until I'm done. And then I would share the poem with the person I felt it was for, and they were like, oh, how did you know this? Typical answer, I guess. But one of the things that I was going to do, I was going to do a group reading tonight with the cards. But as you can see, I put the cards back in their box. And I'm going to read a poem that I wrote that I think is, I got a cat here, sorry. I wrote this poem, well, I can tell you exactly when. On this one was written on October 22nd. It was actually after having a session with Lynn, working on voice and poetry and how to read. And one of the things that came through was something that I've shared in a couple rooms on Clubhouse. But I think if you're a reader or just someone that's interested in spiritual subject matter, this could be for you. And the title of the poem is called Speak. I started this journey so long ago, from farm and forest to the depths of the ocean, from the desert of color and depth to the frozen waste of faceless cities. I heard the stories of despair and those of love returned. I've seen a soul traded for a moment in heaven, then the cry of a helpless loss. I've seen the paradox of creation played over and again. In wonder, I've gazed at the miracles in moments and the magic of movement, the thankfulness of a word spoken and the kindness and the benefit of a glance. Thou, soul, understood, if but for a moment, worth a lifetime of searching. How then can I have the heart voice? How can I have that soul song? Maybe, with the clarity of consonants and the harmony of vowels, there can be words that fill with wonder and grace that will create worlds in the stars. Simplicity of thought and song that brings light to the eyes of the hopeless. Herein lies the key then to the heart voice. I must first understand in myself and then speak. And that is it. And the message from that is so many of us are out there and we seem to not tell our truth as we see it, as we believe it. We hide. We think, oh, well, we're going to be freaks because we believe this or we believe that. And it's a wonderful thing. The intuitive reading that I would do for this group at this time is let us, just for a brief moment, consider we've all been given gifts. I don't know what each person's gift is. That's not mine to know. That's for you to figure out. But why do we have the gifts? What are we doing with the gifts? We seem to have a responsibility, I think, that we have to reach out and help those people that are not where they should be or are searching. One of the things I've discovered, especially in the room on Clubhouse with Sheri's group, is there's a lot of people out there who are healers who are looking to be healed. Even in their looking to be healed, they're helping others. And this is a wonderful thing. I know this main stage is supposed to be a platform for speeches. So what I'd also like to do tonight is, if you have a question, I have talked to my guide. His name is Hamshad. He has agreed to assist with my intuition and answer a question if you have it. I will be doing so without the cards. I will be feeling your energy. Is there anybody that would like to unmute and ask a question? Well, I guess we're at a point where not really sure what to do at this point,
I
Sheri.
cannot.
Okay.
Hello. I'll unmute
Okay.
and ask. Hello. I can ask a
Yes.
question. Yeah, this is
Okay.
Wendy. I need to move soon. Do you see any guidance on where I'll be moving to? I'm still looking.
You seem to. I see a friend being involved in your move. This friend, I'm seeing it, this friend as a counselor as well as just a friend. You trust them. Are you moving because of work?
No.
Okay.
Lease is up.
Okay, then that makes sense. you have a desire. Um, you need to talk to that friend. That friend is going to give you some guidance. It seems like there's a hesitancy to talk to this person. You want to, but you're not. Is that making sense to you?
Is this someone I already know then? There is someone that
Yes.
I'm dealing with. Because I don't think that person, I'm not sure whether her ideas are appropriate or the best ones.
Okay. Okay. Do you trust this person?
I don't know her well enough.
Okay. There's somebody, the person that I'm seeing is someone you trust. I don't think you've talked to them about this yet. Let me think here. Do you have a friend that you trust, but you don't want to feel like you're leaning on them? You've gone to them before for assistance. I'm seeing, I can't tell if it's a male or female friend, but I am seeing that there's someone that you would love to talk to about this, but you're hesitant because you have that feeling of, oh, here we go again. I'm coming to them for help. What are they going to think about me? I don't get a gender on it, but I do get that there is somebody out there and you're kind of having these feelings.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. Don't know.
Okay. I don't feel it's a family member. It's kind of strange. I don't feel family involved with this. Do you want to move?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to move to a less urban environment?
No.
Okay. I think we got to find out who this friend is.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'd like to know.
Have you borrowed money from a friend in the past?
Relative.
Okay.
Oh, a friend. Oh, yeah, there is a friend. There is a friend, but I did borrow, but he doesn't live in the area. There is a friend, a male friend that I borrowed money from the past.
This is just about talking with him. This isn't about moving in with him or anything like that. This is someone that is there to give you guidance.
Well, that's true, right? I didn't think about him until now. There is someone.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is somebody, this is someone where you need to go and you need to have a conversation. I think there'll be some clarification, maybe some ideas that you haven't thought of. I get that strong feeling that this friend is someone you need to talk to. Sometimes the answers come to us in very strange ways. But I think reconnecting or furthering that connection would be a good thing for you. Does it help you at all?
It does, although he's aware of my situation, but that's about it. I haven't spoken again regarding that.
Have you asked him his opinion?
No, I just told him what was happening. I didn't ask him first,
well,
but you're right. He's someone in the past, right? Who many years ago, right?
Okay.
Can you tell?
Go ahead.
Can you tell his name begins with an A? Do you think he's the right person?
I do. As soon as you said aha, I felt this was the person. This is someone, If he's not going to answer it for you, he's going to put you in the right direction. He's going to have an idea that you haven't thought of. But when you go to him, when you talk to him, please be who you are. Don't try to be anything less than who you are. I think that's very important in this circumstance. I don't understand why I'm being given that. You may or may not. I don't know. But be your true self. Don't try to finagle anything. Just flat out. What do you think?
Oh, okay. That's a good idea. I didn't think about it. But that's a good idea. I could approach him again.
Okay.
Yeah, he falls into that category. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Deepa, did you have a question?
Yeah, I mean, you just, my question is kind of a little bit similar. I think I'm going through a career, a transition, and also maybe physically a different place to live. So I was just wondering what you saw or what were your guides telling you?
First of all, he tells me you're feisty. He keeps one of the things I'm getting this overlay, and this overlay has something to do with you. I want to say teaching. I don't know if that's the right word. Do you volunteer?
About what?
Do you do any kind of volunteer work where you're in front of people?
Yeah, kind of speaking or teaching or sharing some knowledge. Yes.
Okay. This is kind of a little tricky here. If you want to proceed with that and do more in that arena, that would be a good idea.
Okay.
That would be a real good idea. As far as moving, if you don't have to, I wouldn't at this time. And that's a real, I want to be very clear on this. Moving has a couple of ups and downs. If you move, you will be out of your comfort zone. So be very, very clear whether you want to move. Now, if you have to move, then you need to be open to something really different. I think if you have to move, you're going to have to take, you're going to have to be sure of who you are. I don't know how to really apply that, but that's what I'm getting. But I'm getting the strong sense of you in front of people, teaching, guiding, helping, but doing some kind of a public speaking type of thing. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I haven't done much at that scale, but I've always had a mental vision of myself doing that. So
well, this is your time to blossom. This is your time to shine. And by the way, you've got a real feisty aura about you, just so you know.
Oh my God.
It's like woohoo, woohoo,
Oh my God.
It's a pleasure to witness, actually. But
I find
yeah.
someone else said the same to me today also. So
Oh, did
it's
they?
a confirmation.
All right. Well, don't oh, that's right. You were in the playroom, weren't you?
Yes.
I do remember that now. Yes, it is feisty and it is good and it's a pleasure. Yeah, I think you're going to blossom and don't be afraid of it. Please don't be afraid. embrace it with everything you have. All
Mhm.
right.
Yes.
Does that all answer your questions?
Yeah. So in terms of career, some sort of a public engagement and moving only if I'm in a comfort zone or make sure that I'm comfortable there.
Yeah, I would agree. Yes.
Because I almost moved a few months ago and for some reason it fell through. So, then now I feel bad about it. So, but maybe it was for my good or meant to be.
I think right at the moment you're exactly where you should be. I
Okay.
really do. That's why I
Okay.
say be careful with it. A move can be a good thing or a bad thing, but I think in your case, watch your comfort zone and if be willing to expand. I think the career is probably more important right now than the move.
Okay. I see. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. No worries. Nicole, is that Nicole K?
It is, yes.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm okay, sort of. I have a lot of problems at the moment. Um, Quite a number of them actually. And actually, you could really, I feel like you could guide me a bit.
Okay. What is your question?
Okay, well, I'm going in two directions at the moment. Okay, let me ask first about and if anybody has heard, no, I haven't repeated it in group, only privately, so that's okay. I have a court issue. It's about the probate matter because my mother had passed away, and it's primarily about the family house. And I hired an attorney. His name was Arnold something, and he literally was betraying me. This attorney, I'm quite sure he was working more so for the executor's attorney than me. And a lot of this is, and there are a lot of clues in the documentation, but a lot of it was from psychic guidance that he literally was trying to lead me into a place so that he could buy the house himself and make a lot of money. He was very corrupt. He is very corrupt.
Did the judge give you a hearing on that?
Well, no, that's my problem right now. Okay, so this is my problem. Thank you for picking up on that. So I ended up sending him a number of letters, and somehow in sending the letters right as I was ending my relationship with him, he put his lies in writing. Even if it was just a few sentences, it was enough for me to catch him in what he was part of what he was doing. And he must have realized he put that in writing, and he couldn't document anything, and he ended up literally 2 weeks later filing what's called an order to show cause to get rid of me as his client. So there was supposed to be there were a number of delays. There was supposed to be a conference about this, about who was to blame. I sent in so much documentation for this. It was so much work. And then the day of the conference, he intentionally did not send the link for me to get on the call. He did this intentionally because he didn't want me there, because he didn't want me to challenge him on anything. But at the same time, the court forgot to call me. They were it was a backup. They were supposed to call me. They didn't. I've now, when I figured it out several weeks later, because I couldn't reach anybody, nobody answers the phone at the court at all. I've now sent in 4 letters. One was to a clerk, and I just last week sent in my 3rd letter to the judge. Her name is Judge Lefkowitz. But this time I included my phone records. The first time I assumed they had a call log system, and I sent in the emails where they instructed me that they would call me. Now I've sent in my personal phone records, and I'm hoping I'm going to hear back from the court, because I'm asking her for a conference because I never got one. But I've literally waited 6 weeks now. Can you feel I will hear anything back at this point from the
I-
judge?
I was actually, I don't know if you remember, Nicole, but we did a private reading at one point. And I was going to call you Friday, and I ended up getting, my
Oh.
daughter had an issue.
Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, you look a little different now. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
You were
I
phenomenal.
will tell you this. The reason I was going to call you, well, two reasons actually. The first one was to see how you were doing, a follow-up. The second reason was going to tell you that I think you will probably hear some by the end of December. And
Oh.
to say whether it's going to work in your favor or not, I'm not getting that information one way or the other. However, if you sent it in like we discussed, you will get a reaction. You will get a response.
I did
Okay.
exactly what you actually, oh my goodness, that's so funny. This is follow-up. I did exactly as you said. I also sent in all the times I called the courts. I got screenshots of that. I sent in my phone records. It was a 3-page letter detailing other things I hadn't detailed. And I sent it in last week because intuitively I got that the executor's attorney was just about to send a letter about his latest motion. And I had to send it in on Tuesday. Before that, the executor's attorney, his name is Jelinek, sent his thing in. And I think I made that, I managed to stop him because I just see him on the letter. But I mean, it's been so long.
Yeah, and I understand, Nicole, I understand your frustration. It's, I agonized over it after we got hung up on that first reading.
I'm agonizing over this.
Yes. I will tell you this. The reason I think it's going to take the month of December is for several reasons. One of them, I think you did the right thing by sending it in. Two, I think that there's gonna be a delay with this new COVID variant they keep talking about. I just have the feeling that New York is going to shut down again. So be prepared.
Okay.
The other thing I would say is keep up your spirit. Don't let any of this take from your spirit. If you do, then hey, win. Okay. One of the things that my guide is trying to get through right now is you have a choice. It may not be a choice you want to make, but you have a choice. You will always have that choice. Don't let them convince you that you don't have a choice. All right. I would continue to look for a new lawyer, whether there's somebody out there for you. I don't know who it is, but there is somebody out there for you. And I am now 5 minutes over my time, but Nicole, I will call you sometime this next week if that's all right.
Oh, I would so appreciate it. You have no idea. This is driving me crazy. And you were so good. And if Sheri's listening, he is phenomenal. This man is absolutely phenomenal. Sheri, I'm gonna write that letter about you. You were so good. Oh my God, so good.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. But I have to turn the room over to Sheri now. And I appreciate everybody's attention. And I hope any of the readings were a help. Sheri, it's all yours.
Wow. You see, congratulations, your first debut. You did it. You see? Yay! It was not so bad. I know. You're amazing. Yeah. Congratulations for stepping into your power. And it's like, like what? Time is over? Yeah. So we're not done yet. Because we're going to bring out the panel, and then we have the after party at 10 o'clock, and that's where you get to know anyone who hangs out. And that's where you can just, after hours, we shut down the live stream and we have a good time. So Jean, do you have a door prize you would like to give away?
I will give one free 30-minute to whoever wins.
Okay. So write down a number from 0 to 100 on a piece of paper. Anyone in the room who's not a practitioner can write down a number. Sorry, guys, if you're a practitioner or a reader or somebody part of the event, you have to do some kind of exchange. And the only people that can apply are people that have not won yet today. Okay, so if you're watching us on Zoom or on Facebook or YouTube, you need to be here on Zoom. Okay. So anybody here who did not win a prize or did not apply, okay. I see some people still in the room who haven't won a prize. So put a number from 0 to 100 in the chat. Okay. Anyone else who hasn't won a prize yet today? Sorry about that. Okay, my oven decided to talk. So I was hearing a beeping in the background. Okay, so right now, Jean, write down your number and hold it up. We'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Can you see it?
No, because you were on a virtual.
7.
7. We got Izzy. Izzy, congratulations, Izzy. Izzy Bustamante, congratulations. You got a session with Jean. Normally we would say go visit him to his room, but you need to like communicate. So if you want to quickly jump into what room are you in, Jean? Your normal room. You're in number 8. If you want to jump into 8 and exchange emails and then come back, because we're going to open up the
Okay.
panel and talk to all the practitioners that are here.
All right, doing it now.
Beautiful. Let's see who's still going on.